Okay, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna zombify him, but instead of using conventional, traditional cosmetic makeup, what I'm gonna be using is Wolf Face Art and FX face painting makeup. Kind of slippery. And today we're gonna zombify him, and we're gonna do it a non-traditional way, and hopefully it'll come out looking really gnarly and gross and gory looking. So what I'm gonna do is start with a base of yellow to kind of give him like a jaundicey kind of look. What's different about this than traditional makeup is your base coat is basically what you're gonna do all your line work on top of. It's not like you build up over and over and over again. You kind of just work from the bottom up. You wanna start most of the time with your lighter colors first, because with most paints and face painting, it's hard to cover up darker colors with light colors. Okay, so with this paint, it's water-based, and you don't want to use a lot of water because the more you use, the runnier it's going to get. And what I've learned over the years of using this wolf-based product compared to others that are like a glycerin-based is that the more water you use in a glycerin-based product, the longer you don't need as much, and it'll go for a long time. But basically for this, all you need is a couple of drops of water, and you could basically work an entire face, go over it 2 or 3 times. These sponges that I'm using are wolf sponges also. They're high density sponges. It's kind of like a sea sponge, but a lot firmer. I have mine cut in half, which makes them a little bit easier. You get those little finer lines when you do it that way. And you can see I'm not getting all up into his hairline because I'm gonna come back in with another color. We're gonna try and like dirty it up with a green and make it look kind of mossy, like he just came crawling out of the ground. So I'm just gonna come along and I'm gonna do it along his brow ridge, up and into his eyelashes, or his eyebrows rather. What I have here, it's just a number 3 regular paintbrush. It's a number 3 round. I'm just gonna add a little bit of water to it, and I'm gonna go into my black, like palette of paint. Just put a little bit on it, intend to roll it out when I'm about to use it, that way I get a nice fine point on it. And when you do teeth, it's always easiest to try and make 2 lines so you know where the middle of the mouth is, or at least that way you kind of have an idea of where your teeth are going. So basically when I do my teeth, I'm just gonna kind of start at the top and then kind of loop my way around. Kind of hard to go over your line work over and over and over again. So what you want to do is try and get it done in one sweeping motion. You don't really want to lift it up and start over again and again and again. Otherwise you get kind of nasty looking lines. And what I'm doing now is just adding a dot and just dragging really fast, trying to get those teeth to come out and give them these kind of angry looking eyebrows coming out. And you don't always have to blend with a sponge. You can take your pen, or your brush rather, and you can come out and kind of shade it like they would in a comic book. And bring it back. Okay, and then you get these angry eyebrows now. Okay, and before what we did was we used the sponge to kind of splatter it and make it look like it's coming out. I'm going to show you a trick that I learned. It's one that I tend to have a lot of fun with. What you do is you kind of want to overload your brush with a little bit of water than you would normally. And you take it and all you do is just flick really hard. And you see the splattering that's coming out. And a lot of times this is a good effect to use because a lot of people are like, did you actually sit there and paint all those little dots on his face? You notice I use red, not purple, because you want to get these red bags underneath. And there you have it. Gnarly zombie monster for Halloween. The kids will love it. And the teeth move whenever he talks, which is also a plus.